Hello and a very warm welcome back to this week's episode of the Face Yoga Expert podcast. So this is my first time recording for a month. I pre-recorded all of June's episodes in May, and I took lots of time off in June to spend with my family, which was so lovely, but also so busy. I'm back to everything now. It's July, and normally when I take a stint like that, sort of off, and I just focus on myself and my family and my friends and my loved ones, I'm really rejuvenated, but I actually feel quite low in energy. I think partly it's because it's 2 days before my period due. I've been struggling this week with symptoms in the luteal phase. As you guys know, that is a week I tend to struggle with. So had a bit of a sort of a low week. I mean, I say low, I've been out and about and I've been busy and I've been working and I've been doing things with the kids. I've been doing sports days and everything, but inside, just that feeling of low energy and low mood. But I know my period comes in 2 days, so that'll give me a bit of an uplift. And actually, I'm taking a bit of time off in August as well. So that's going to be lovely. And I'm trying to not go as full on as I did in June. I think I had 4 or 5 weekends away in a row in June. So all things with family. There was one with friends, which was lovely. And one of them was camping at Lilia's school, which was quite an experience, quite a lack of sleep. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag, really. But in June, I did take time for self-care as well. I must admit, although it was busy and I had so many things going on with both my girls, things at their school and all sorts of things, I definitely did take self-care as well. But yeah, recording this morning, just feeling a little bit groggy and tired, actually. I'm sat here in my dressing gown or robe and what time is it? 8:16 in the morning. And yeah, I feel like my energy's low. So the plan for today is to get my acupuncture, which is going to be lovely. I've got meetings this afternoon. I've got some videos to record, I've got some stuff for YouTube to do, and I've got some prepping for my very exciting masterclass next week, which is going to be so exciting. And I feel like I'm going to have my full energy back for that, which is amazing. And if you're not already signed up for my masterclass, make sure you do. So this episode comes out on the Sunday night and it's actually on the Monday. So if you have missed it, then let me know and we can send you the recording afterwards. But if you hear this in time to come live, definitely come live. It's on Monday, the 8th of June. It's at 6 o'clock BST. So that's UK time. And it's called the Ultimate 6 Face Yoga Tips to Lift Your Neck and Your Lower Face. And it's completely free. It's 90 minutes and it is going to be epic. I am going to be sharing with you so much neck toning exercises, mouth and jaw firming tips, jaw releasing facial massages. We're going to look at posture techniques, lymphatic drainage, empowerment hacks. And I am going to be letting you know about a very exciting little mini course that I have got for you. It's brand new and I'm going to give just you guys here on my podcast a little teaser. It's specifically for you if you're over 40. And it is really designed to help you have the very best skin ever in just doing face yoga 10 minutes every day. And it is so affordable. Honestly, the value that you are getting in this new course is going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to tell you about it at the masterclass on Monday, as well as share all those amazing free tips and techniques for you. So make sure you sign up for that. I'll put the link in the show notes. Click onto that and then you can get your recording if you listen to it afterwards. But the magic definitely happens live. That is when I'm going to be able to answer your questions. This is when I'm going to be able to really share with you and deep dive some really transformational tips and techniques for your face, mind, body, and soul. So saying that, let's get into this week's episode, which is also about transformational techniques for your face, mind, body, and soul. But we're talking about the upper face. Now, if you remember a few months ago, I did a whole free masterclass on the upper face, which was, again, so amazing. And there were thousands and thousands and thousands of you that came along to that, which I felt so blessed about. And it's such an amazing community. And it was such amazing energy when you all came along. So I want to just summarize some of the things that I talked about on that masterclass, because I feel like if you've got it here in a podcast where you can just action those tips and those techniques right away in a really digestible way, then it's going to be super helpful for you. So the upper face is definitely, I would say, one of the first places we notice signs of aging. For example, when you're even in your late teens or in your early 20s, you may start to find that you get horizontal lines across your forehead. Other common issues that people have asked me about over the years, and when I've been working one-to-one and in groups with clients all over the world from the ages of 18 all the way up to late 90s, is lines between the forehead area. Lines between the eyebrow area, I should say, and they are technically called your glabellar lines, and they can often show as almost like number 11 lines, or they can be multiple lines, or sometimes they can be horizontal a little bit lower down the nose bridge, and they're often nicknamed bunny lines. So that can be a really common issue for that area. Another common issue for the upper face is just dull skin. So maybe the skin looking a bit lackluster, a bit low in energy. Another thing that I notice a lot that people have been asking about since I've been teaching face yoga, which is coming up to 20 years now, is puffiness around the eyes. So swelling underneath the eye area or around the eye area, particularly notice in the morning or at times where you might feel a little bit tired. Another area of concern tends to be crow's feet. So that is those little lines, often sort of horizontal lines, but they can sort of be going out a little bit of diagonals around the eye area, particularly on that outer corner. Also, dark circles under the eyes tends to be an area which people are concerned about. And this is a very multi-layered issue often. Dark circles can be hereditary. They can be down to food intolerances. They can be down to stagnation in the body in certain areas. They can be down to stress, lack of sleep, or they can be simply down to sluggish lymphatic drainage or sluggish circulation in that area. And even though I've now listed some really common problems with the upper face area, one thing I really need to say at this point is there is nothing wrong with any of these things. So if you've got any of these lines, wrinkles, puffiness, dull skin on your upper face or anywhere else, aging is normal. And I really believe it's a natural process that should be celebrated. Because after all, sadly, there are many people who don't get the privilege of aging. And I always think we're never going to be as young as we are today. So the more that we can have a sense of gratitude for our face, a sense of love and self-love for who we are, a sense of really stepping into the age that we are, the better we're going to feel on the inside. And the better we feel on the inside, it's going to help us to look better on the outside as well. And my aim with face yoga and everything I've taught in the Danielle Collins face yoga method for over 2 decades is to never try and fight this natural process. Instead, my aim is definitely to empower you with holistic, nourishing techniques to help you look and feel the very best you can for the age that you are. And of course, some people do prefer to opt for more invasive techniques, such as surgery or fillers, and that's also okay. I really believe we should all have the freedom to choose how we want to approach aging. So whether that's through natural techniques like face yoga or more invasive options like Botox or other injectables or fillers or a combination of both. I am 42. I have never done any Botox or injectables or fillers or surgery or anything like that because I choose to go for the natural approach. I have seen so many times how fantastic face yoga is, not only for my own skin, but with the millions of people I have worked with around the world. And I have seen results in people as young as 20 and as old as in their 90s. And really, it's that consistency, that daily practice, that working on themselves in a holistic way that really gets amazing results and results that keep getting better and better in time. So yes, we are aging all the time. Yes, I think that we shouldn't fight that aging process, but I do feel like we should empower ourselves to have the choices and to have the tools. And often when it comes to face yoga, those tools are in our own hands to really work on our own skin to help our skin look fresh, look healthy, look energized, look glowing. And yes, to start to smooth some of those lines and wrinkles, to reduce some of that puffiness under the eyes or those dark circles. Yes, to lift and sculpt that area. But we should do this from a place of self-gratitude, self-love, and positivity. One thing that I would definitely recommend not to do with your face yoga is to look at your face in the mirror, start picking apart tiny things that you don't like, and then just desperately trying to exercise or massage those areas to fight those lines and wrinkles. The way that I recommend that you do it is to take a little bit of time to ground yourself. And you can physically ground yourself by bringing your feet flat on the floor or even taking your feet outside barefoot and grounding yourself. Take some deep breaths. So in through the nose, allow your abdomen to rise, out through the nose, allow your belly to lower, longer exhalation than inhalation. Just starting to focus on your face, have a little smile on your face, and just start to release some of that tension. And then before you start, just place your hands onto your heart center and just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And just say that 3 times. And when you do that, you are bringing yourself into a frequency of self-gratitude. And you can even pause a few times during your face yoga practice and say that, or you can look into the mirror, look at your skin, look at your face and say, thank you, thank you, thank you. When you're raising your frequency, raising your vibe, you're going to get way better results from your face yoga much, much quicker and feel much more positive about it. And I always think the word self-love can be quite tricky for many of us. But if we start with self-gratitude, this in turn comes to self-love. And then you can change the thank you, thank you, thank you, or you can keep it and add to it. And you may want to add to or swap it with saying, I love and accept myself how I am today. So I love and accept myself how I am today. And when we love and accept ourselves in the moment as we are, it doesn't mean we're not looking to do positive things to enhance or uplift or even tweak or change, but starting from a place of acceptance is really good. Then you may want to move on to saying, I love myself. I love myself. You may even want to say, I love my skin. I love my skin. I love my skin. And really bring that sense of positivity and then start your face yoga. Then start your gentle lifting and sculpting and smoothing and energizing and glowing techniques. And that is when your skin is going to look amazing for the age that you are, because our goal is for you to look in the mirror and to say, yes, I love and accept who I am today. Yes, I love myself. And thank you, thank you, thank you for the skin that I have today and all the amazing up levels that I'm having with my skin each and every day. And when we do that, this really manifests the smooth and lifted face we want, but also we look like ourselves, but a healthy and fresh version of ourselves. So with that, let's talk a little bit about what we can do for our upper face in a really positive and holistic way. So the first thing we can do for our upper face is forehead massages. So there are plenty of amazing, simple massage techniques you can use on your forehead. And often these techniques, they are so simple that people think that they can't be doing much. But what we're doing when we massage the forehead is helping to relax the muscles in this area of the face, especially the big muscle at the front of the forehead, which is called the frontalis muscle. And the more we learn to relax that muscle, especially when expressing, the more we can avoid these horizontal lines that tend to appear across the forehead. And you can actually go to my YouTube channel and see some amazing ways to massage the forehead. I have probably at this stage, hundreds of videos about the forehead area. And if you want to just do one really simply today, you can just bring all your fingertips together in the center of your forehead, and then you can just pull them away from each other, then bring them back to the starting position and take that again. Really smooth, really gentle. This is a great way to signify to that forehead muscle, that frontalis muscle, it's okay to relax, it's okay to let go. And then you start to retrain that forehead to stay really smooth when you're expressing. You help to brighten the skin, so you're eradicating the dull skin. You're helping with that blood circulation, and you're helping with that flow of energy. In yoga, we call it prana. In traditional Chinese medicine, we call it qi. And it's that life force energy that when we are healthy and relaxed and happy is flowing through us freely, which when it comes to the skin can mean our skin can look really healthy and energized. Okay, another thing I really would recommend for the upper face is eye yoga. And eye yoga is movements for the eyes, and these have been done for thousands of years as part of yoga. And even if you're very new to face yoga and perhaps you have been to yoga classes, you may have come across these techniques. And it involves a series of exercises for the eyes that aim to strengthen the muscles inside the eyes and around the eye area too. So eye yoga has so many benefits. It helps your eyes to look brighter and more energized. It encourages you to use your eyes to express more instead of using your eyebrows and your forehead, which in turn also helps to keep your forehead really relaxed. It also helps to smooth out crow's feet. So that's those little lines we talked about earlier at the edge of the eye. So it's sort of horizontal, and they can go into that diagonal shape as well. And it's also really good for helping the muscles around your eye area become a lot stronger, and the skin attached is lifted and tautened in turn. And exercising the eyes also helps to increase blood circulation to this area, which is really good for reducing puffiness and dark circles. And one of my favorite ways for exercising the eye area is to place either one or two hands onto the forehead area. So you can have a go at that now if your hands are free. And then you simply just move your eyes up and down in a straight line. Now, the goal is to keep your forehead as still as possible as you do this. And try and keep the rest of your face really relaxed as well. You're just isolating the muscles inside and around the eyes. And then just going from side to side. And you may have remembered, particularly here if you live in the UK, Paul McCartney, who of course was one of the famous Beatles, actually said, and I think he said it to the Daily Mail a couple of years ago, that eye yoga is his secret to not using reading glasses. And he has been doing eye yoga techniques for a long, long time. And he now at the age that he is, and I'm sure if you're a Beatles fan, you'll know more than me how old he is, but he's not wearing reading glasses. He says because of eye yoga. I'm literally going to Google how old he is now. Let's have a look. He is 82 years old, and he says his eyesight is as good as it's ever been. So there's also that benefit to it as well. Okay, so let's move on to eyebrow lifting exercises, another fantastic way to help your upper face look energized, look lifted, look youthful, but in the very best way, not because we're trying to look like we're 20 years younger than we are, but because we just want to look really open and energized for the age that we are. So these can only take about 30 seconds a day. They're super quick. We're working with lots of little muscles, so it really doesn't need much time at all. There are lots of small muscles in this area, and when we're working on them on a regular basis, it can help to really help our eye area look opened up. It helps to reduce hooded eyebrows and can be combined with some simple massage techniques, such as using 2 fingers and thumb to pinch along your eyebrows. And the lifting techniques can be really simple. You can take your index finger just under the outer edge of your eyebrows, slightly lifted up, and then close your eyes as slowly as you can against the resistance of your fingers. Hold there for about 10 to 20 seconds and release, and repeat that twice more. Super easy, super simple, but so effective. Okay, so next one, which I would definitely recommend for your upper face, is head massage. And head massage is often overlooked when it comes to lifting and smoothing the upper face, but I really love how many benefits it can bring. And of course, head massages are wonderful for releasing tension in the whole head area alone. So in turn, this encourages the muscles of the upper face to relax and let go of any stored emotions or stress. But remember, everything is so interlinked. So using head massage, encouraging the muscles of the scalp to lift, has a knock-on effect on the muscles of your upper face too. Plus, it's wonderful for your hair health, and it just feels generally amazing anyway. It's a really simple, really easy, free self-care treat. So one of my favorite things to do for the head area, which helps to lift the face, but also have those benefits of releasing stress and tension and helping hair health, is just taking all of our fingers, or all of your fingers, or all of my fingers, whichever way you want to say it, taking the fingers, smoothing them up from the hairline all the way through the hair, but do a gentle lifting as you do it. Lift them off and take that again. So it's really intuitive here, really simple, but you can do that even when you're sat at your desk or if you're watching TV in the evening. Just take your fingers, run them through your hair, but feel like you're lifting up the front of your scalp as you do that. Okay, so number 4 tip for today for the upper face is using facial tools. So I love how much you can do to smooth and lift your face with just using your 2 hands. But there are also some wonderful facial tools that you can use, and they can be particularly effective for our upper face. So it's no secret that I combine face yoga with gua sha, which is an amazing tool for the whole face. And FYI here, if you don't already know, we do such an amazing gua sha teacher training course. Of course, we do our face yoga teacher training course, which certifies you to teach face yoga anywhere in the world to groups and individuals in person and online. But we also do an amazing gua sha teacher training course where you can learn how to use gua sha. You learn loads about traditional Chinese medicine. You can also then get certified by doing this course to teach people how to do gua sha. So to teach them again one-to-one or in groups, online and in person. And it's such an amazing certification to have. But if you just want to learn a little bit about a couple of very short gua sha routines for yourself that you can do every day really easily and really simply, you can actually use one of my personal courses. Now, this personal course is called 21 Day Face Yoga to Lift and Glow in 3 minutes daily. And it's 3 minutes a day for 3 weeks. Focus on a different area of your face each day to lift and tone. Lift and toning your skin using face yoga, gua sha. So there's 2 gua sha workouts for your face, and also other facial tools such as crystal rollers, which I also absolutely love for the whole face, but particularly for the forehead area. So this course is perfect if you want to fit in transformational skin lifting techniques into your busy life. Do just 3 minutes a day over 3 weeks. You can stop and start when you like. You have the videos for life. It's completely lifetime access. It is amazing for face yoga, but also gua sha, crystal rollers, and also there's some really super cool massages using a teaspoon in there as well. So if you just go to the courses page on my website of faceyogaexpert.com, you can see the course there. It's called 21 Day Face Yoga to Lift and Glow in 3 minutes daily. I will also put the link for that in the show notes for you as well. And a top tip from me on this point is to keep your massage tools in the fridge. It makes them even more soothing on your skin, and it's especially good for reducing puffiness and dark circles around your eyes. Okay, so my next tip for the upper face, in fact, for the whole face, is affirmations. Now, affirmations are such a powerful way to shift your mindset and invite certain words and intentions into your life whilst releasing others. And when we feel better in our minds, it definitely shows on our face. The upper face is especially a place where many of us can store our stress and emotional tension, which then leads to lines and wrinkles, as well as tight muscles and even headaches. But working on our mindset can help us feel strong and empowered and in our true, authentic self. And in turn, this shows on our skin. We naturally look brighter and more glowing. And affirmations can really help us love the skin we're in. We remember that we have the knowledge in our own hands to care for our skin health and celebrate our faces through all the changes that come with this journey through life. So one of my favorite affirmations, which you can just use today really easily, really simply, and I like repeating it 3 times, either in my mind or if no one's around, I do it out loud. And that is, I am happy, healthy, and glowing. Okay, and then my final tip is practice regularly. Last but very much not least, using face yoga to smooth the upper face is to make it part of your daily routine. So while I love face yoga, and I know it's absolutely the right approach for me, it doesn't have those instantaneous effects of Botox or other invasive treatments. It does take a little bit more time and a little bit more commitment for face yoga to see the results. You won't see the dramatic change overnight you'll see with an invasive option. However, the benefits of face yoga practice go far deeper. You see results and changes daily. So you're not just getting that quick fix, noticing your skin looks better overnight, and then something like the Botox wears off after a couple of months and your skin just looks back how it was, or even worse than what it was before. You are seeing gradual results every day, and your skin keeps getting better and better and better. And the benefits of regular face yoga practice go far deeper than even smoothing and lifting the skin. There's that real sense of self-care that comes from taking that time each day to nourish your skin with loving touch. And I find face yoga truly empowering. The sense that I have the power in my own hands to approach aging in such a positive light. And it's a practice that inspires gratitude. And it really reminds me of the importance of mindfulness. So remember, doing it regularly is key, and doing it from a positive, grateful place is also so important. So I hope that you found this super helpful. Don't forget to sign up for tomorrow's free masterclass on the lower face. You are going to absolutely love it. I will also put the link in the show notes for my 21-day face yoga course, which I talked about, as well as our gua sha teacher training course too. So thank you so much for joining me here again. Please do rate and review the podcast if you get a moment, particularly if you are listening to this on Apple Podcasts. Just take a couple of minutes, not even that, a couple of seconds, and just click 5-star if you love it, if you really enjoy it. And if you can write a few words as well, that would be amazing. It just helps this podcast, which has been going now 4 years and got such an amazing community, build that community, and allows other people to really find the podcast, enjoy the podcast, and get all the benefits from it. Thank you again. Take care, and sending you all the love in the world. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you'd like more information on face yoga, or you'd like to become a face yoga teacher, just head to our website, faceyogaexpert.com, for more information. If you'd like to do a regular, structured daily face yoga program to get the best results, you can either use one of my apps, just search Danielle Collins on your app store, or you can use my book, just search Danielle Collins Face Yoga on Amazon. And thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.